Om. 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 Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Gananaam Tva Ganapatigam Havamahi Kavim Kavinamupamashravastamam Jyeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashrimanmutipisida Sadhanam. Om Shri Mahaganapataye Namaha. Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Gurureva Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavad-pada Shankaram Lokashankaram Samasta Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Vasudevendra Yogindram Natva Jnana Pradam Gurum Mumukshunam Hitarthaya Tattvabodho Vidhiyate. Tattvabodho Vidhiyate. Last time in the two classes we saw how these two are different, Ishwar and the Jeev. The difference between Ishwar and Jeev is being told here. So we have entered into a completely different aspect to view that Atma only. Atma is only being told what is that Atma. So the topic is not divergent. Topic is same, but it is being explained through different angles by Bhagwan Bhashyakarji, so that we have a clear understanding about our Atma, ourselves, our Swarup, the absolute nature that we have. So therefore, we feel ourselves as very limited. We feel ourselves as this body. We feel ourselves as a Sukshma Sharir, Karan Sharir. But here it is told that it is Vyatiriktat, Sukshma, Sthula, Sukshma, Karan Sharir, Vyatiriktaha. First definition, if you remember. Then it was said that it is Avasthatraya, Sakshi, and then Koshatita, Sun. If you remember in the first paragraph only, what was the definition of Atma? The Atma was given, these definitions were given. So because we have a wrong notion about ourselves that we are something else, because we have been identifying ourselves to all these lower, to these three bodies, to these avasthas, the planes of consciousnness, and to the Panchakosh, we need to separate ourselves, and that is what is being done here again, to say that yes, sometimes when we are identified to this body, we need somebody. Till we are identified to small, we need somebody big for our protection, for to fulfill our desires, etc. And who is that? That is that Ishwar. So the definition of Ishwar was given, and the definition of Jeev is also given. What was the three things? What are the three things? The Jeev, that is a Brahma Pratibimba. In my book, it is 85th page. Sthul Sharirabhimani. It is the Sthul Sharirabhimani, means Sthul Sharir, Sukshma Sharir, and Karan Sharirabhimani. It is the possessor of all these bodies. It identifies to these bodies, and it, as per these bodies, it changes its nature. And then it is saying Jeev Namaka Brahma Pratibimba. It is a reflection of that Brahma only. And how is it Avidya Upadhi son? It is with the Upadhi of Avidya. And then it was told about Ishwar, that Ishwar is what? Ishwar is Maya Upadhi son. Like we have the Avidya Upadhi, he has got the Upadhi of the Maya. For us, we are completely under the control of that Avidya. We do not have any control to come out of that Avidya. But Maya does not control that Ishwar, but Ishwar is only controlling that Maya. Ishwar, as he wants, Maya does that. So, evam upadhi veda jiva Ishwar bheda drishti yavat paryantam tishtati. This was very important for us as a sadhak. Till we have this bhed buddhi, till we have this sense of differentiation that I am small, till we, meaning what? Meaning till I am identified to something small, till then it will be a dream only to have that, to know about ourselves, to gain that knowledge, to get established in that knowledge of the self. So we need to first have that bhed, to remove that bhed buddhi from ourselves, so that we know that the swarup that we are actually is not very small. Everything is being reflected in me only, and I am seeing it as I am. I am seeing through the glasses that I wear. If I am seeing through the glasses of this gross body, I become this body. As is the body, if the body is male, I become a male. If the body is of a female, I become a female. But I am not that actually. Atma does not have a gender. Atma does not have a nationality. Atma does not have a mind. Atma does not have an intellect. Atma does not have its notions. Atma does not have sanskar, does not have these things. But when we are identifying, when we are looking through a particular frame of mind, frame of body, frame of notions, frame of sanskars, cultural differences, everything, when we become like that, till we are maintaining this difference, it was said that Janma marnadi rupa sansara na nivartante. Na nivartante. Till then, it will be only a dream that I can come out of this samsara. I won't have punarjanma. I won't have another body next time. No, it's not possible. So, like same topic is also going on in Panchadashi also. That we are maintaining up the impressions of this sansara also, and we are maintaining the impression of Vedanta also. Both cannot go hand in hand. It is not possible. You have to choose either of the two. So till tasmat karanat na jiva ishwarayor bheda buddhi svikara. And this is why, this is the reason one should not accept the difference between the jiv and the ishwar. Okay, this is for our contemplation, this is for our meditation. Then the question was asked, Nanu, how can you say that this Ishwar and Jeev is the same? Sahankarasya kinchit agnyasya, this also we had seen, that this Jeev, again more suffixes, more prefixes are added to this Jeev. What is it? Is defining more that it is with Ahankar. Ahankar meaning what? Ahankar meaning the identifications that we are getting through the idam. This small aham, when it is getting attached to the idam and it is changing, this small aham only can change. The big aham does not change at all. On it, all the small ahams with the idams are dancing. That big aham, it does not take any shape. It is not in time. It is not in any object. But the small aham, that is a hopping aham. In the morning, I got up. I had the thought that, yes, I have to get up. I have to brush my teeth. I have to have my tea or coffee, whatever. Then I have to have my breakfast. Then I have to attend class today. I have to be fresh today because it's class today. Okay, so these things are continuously hopping, one identity to the other, one desire to the other. These are small ahams getting attached to the idam, and I am getting changed. I am My mind is sometimes telling me something. My intellect is sometimes telling me something. My body is demanding something. So sahankarasya. This is with that ahankar, the small ahankar. This is getting attached. And when it gets attached, when it gets identified, it gets beaten up also. It's not that it is very calm and peaceful aham. It is always getting beaten up. It is always getting small, big. All these changes are coming in itself. So it is not a stable aham. Sahankara se kinchit, yasya kinchit means very little it knows about it himself. Does not know, but it feels that I know everything. It feels that nobody should tell me anything because I know. That is the swarup of that Atma, because it is Chit Swarup. It is a swarup of knowledge. But when it is getting attached to anything, its knowledge is gone. We do not know anything about our own body, what is going on inside. Nothing we know. We don't know anything about outside world. Even the whole house also we don't know. I had gone to an ashram just now. There, everything was very good, but just I saw one small patch of lining of mud coming up on the wall. Then everybody was very startled to see that it was the what is it called? The whole thing. It eats up the whole building. It eats up those ants. They were forming the house there. In the house only, we do not know what is going on. We do not know. Yes, termites. Thank you. Termite. It will eat everything. The walls it will eat. The wood it eats. Even I heard the cement, on the cement also, the lime, the paint, everything that eats it up. And the queen termite, the main ant, the queen, that is around 10 to 20 feet down, somewhere it is hiding. And the other workers, they work. So a special person has to be called. The whole ground has to be pesticide, has to be given pesticide. All those things have to be done now. Otherwise, the building will go away like that. It's a problem. We do not know in our own house, in our own kitchen, what is going on. Sometimes we open and see, oh my God, this was the case here. So, kinchit gyasya, we do not know, we do not have a full picture of everything in this world. So, in this way, this kinchit gyasya jivasya, about this jeev that is being told. So, that jeev is already a reflection. That is a reflection of that Brahma. It is Pratibimbham. Then it is attached to this Sthula Sharir, Sthula Sharir Abhimani, Karan Sharir Abhimani, and Sukshma Sharir Abhimani, with the three bodies. We are not only this one body. We know that. These are all simple terminologies. So we are not with this body only. We are having three bodies. So as per our identification, it becomes an Abhimani. Abhimani means the identified person, the jeev identified to Sthul Sharir becomes Sthul Sharir Abhimani. Sukshma Sharir becomes Sukshma Sharir Abhimani. In this way it continues. But it is with Ahankar and Kinchit Gyasya. It is not having full knowledge also. A very less knowledge it is having. And Jivasya, this was the adjective of that Jeev. Now, what is that Ishwar? Ishwar is Nirahankara, so he does not have any Ahankar. Because why does not one have Ahankar and why does he have Ahankar? What's the difference? When he is identified to something, some particular thing, when he gets attached to something, at that time a certain vritti comes up saying that this thing is mine or I am this. This is mine or I am this. Like with this body, I get identified. I am this body and this body is mine. With the pen, I get identified. This pen is mine. With the watch, with the books, I get identified. This book is mine. So this is with ahankar, that this is mine, something is mine, or I am this body, I am this. But with the Ishwar, it is not possible to take place. Why? Because in everything it is getting reflected. Ishwar finds everything as its own. Ishwar finds everything as its reflection. He finds that I am only appearing in this. This is the reason why Maya is not able to control that Ishwar. Ishwar is controlling the Maya. But with us, opposite happens. We are being controlled. We are being controlled as a jeev, we are being controlled by this avidya. Avidya's another name is only Maya. These are the same things. It is not something different. Avidya, Maya, then Gunashraya, various types of guna. All these are Maya, Prakriti. You can call everything Maya only. So this Maya, Nirahankara, say it does not have any ahankar. It does not have any ahankar. And Sarvagyasya Ishwarasya, it knows everything. It knows everything because through Ishwar only has to give the power, give the fruit of action. And that is why it has to know everything. Without knowing, how can he give the fruit of action to us? Because there are so many components of actions that when we are doing any action, we have to know the purpose. When we are doing a havan, suppose a havan, a very good action from outside, it looks like as if that person is a holy person. But maybe the intention is something different. Maybe he wants to harm somebody. Maybe he wants to have something very good for himself. Maybe he wants to have something next birth. Maybe he wants to have some of his desires fulfilled. We do not know. So the intention is not seen, but there is somebody who is inside his heart who is seeing, the Antaryami. He has to be omnipresent. Otherwise, how can he give the fruit of action? And then then there is a intention. What is the intention? Intensity, for how long are you doing it? Then there's a time, what time are you doing it? Then the expertise, the place, the objects that we are using, then the blessing or the curse that we are taking. There's so many things. For how long are you continuing it? What is the purpose behind doing it? All these things matter, and there has to be a person who knows all these things, who will bring in all the components, and who will judge as per those components whether what fruit has to be given to us. And that is why there are so many ups and downs in the fruits that we see in the world. Three people are doing the same action. Three people are doing charity in the same organization, but all the three will have different fruits of action. Why? Because of these factors only. Because of these factors, I am going and feeding somewhere, in some orphanage on my birthday. You are also accompanying me on your birthday, so third person is also there. So we all have our birthdays on the same day. We are going to some orphanage. We are doing some charity. We all will be having different fruits. This is the reason. And the one who is giving the fruit of action has to know all these components so as to give the fruit of action. That is why he's called Karmadhyaksha, Phaladhyaksha. All these names are there only because of this reason. So more is the knowledge. Now, Sarvagya se, if he has got knowledge, he will have power naturally. Power is directly proportional to knowledge. More is the knowledge, more will be the power. So more is the knowledge, he has got the whole knowledge, so he has got the whole power. That is why how do you know who is more powerful? The moment one takes a sankalp, how much time or effort does it require for that sankalp to fructify in yourself, fructify in front of you, to grossify the subtle vritti, the subtle thought into gross object? How much time does it take? The Ishwar thinks and it happens in front of him. But when we think, we have to work on it, we have to put effort on it, we have to collect the things, we have to collect the people, we have to wait for the time, we have to wait for money, all these things. And that is why it is said that we are with alpagyasya, agyasya, kinchidyasya. And he is what? Sarvagyasya. He has got all the knowledge, he has got all the power. Okay, so he is proof to any mistake, like a foolproof. We call foolproof. Similarly, he is also a foolproof. I mean, there is no mistake. Even if there is a mistake, that is deliberately done. We feel as Jeev, last time we had seen examples also, that if there is an accident, then we feel that the two cars met, but it was precisely done so that the accident happens. In a split of a second, it happens. All the accidents take place in a split of a second. So that was made, that particular, the time, the particular thing, the collision was made to happen. It has to be so perfect. Otherwise, you can see all the planets that are moving around with such a high speed in the galaxies. Nobody is colliding with each other. Not a single, and Saturn has got so many moons. Not a single moon is colliding. Many times such news comes that a big stone is coming towards the earth and it is going to collide and everybody is very tense. But again, it will go away like that. Nothing happens. In this way, we see that there is perfection because there is sarvagyata in him. So that Ishvara is without any ahankar, sarvagya Ishvarasya. My question is, this was a question of the student, that the student is asking, my question is, how can these two be equated? When you say Tattvamasi Mahavakyat, I had given also the gist of what is Mahavakya. Mahavakya is, it's not that Mahavakya are only four. Mahavakya indicates to the oneness of the Jeev with the Ishwar. Okay, any Vakya, any sentence that indicates the oneness of these two, the Jeev with the Ishwar, or the Atma with the Brahma, okay, the microcosm with the macrocosm, when it is equating both of them, that is called Mahavakya. So here also we have taken Tattvamasi, that thou art. In English, if you translate, that thou art. So here Tattvamasi has been taken up by the student and he is asking, how can you equate both of them? I don't understand this. Naturally, and that is why we have to listen it through somebody who knows about it. We cannot directly read, and that is why many people who go to the books, who go through the books, who go on their own, who go through the books, they don't understand, and then they feel that we don't know what they are talking about. This is what happens. It's preferable. It is always said that we should listen from somebody before reading all these things, because otherwise we'll get confused ourselves. So Tattvamasi Mahavakya Katham Bhed Buddhi Syad. Katham Bhed Buddhi Syad Ubhayoho Viruddha Dharma Krantatvat. Katham Abhed Buddhi. How can these two have abhed? How can these two be equated? Because Ubhaya Viruddha, we have seen so many Viruddha Dharma. We have seen so many opposite tendencies of both of them. They both differ so much. One is small, other is big. One is Sarvagya, one is Alpagya, one is Ahankar, does not have Ahankar. One is controlled by Maya, other is not controlled by Maya. So he knew that something is missing. I have heard this, but he has that faith. See, when we are questioning somebody or when we have some question, we should have that faith. Sometimes it happens that we are so much identified to our question that we do not get the answer quite well. There is a question, there only the answer should occur. The outside speaker is not giving us the answer. This is for everybody of us. Whenever we have any doubt in our mind, there only where the shanka is there, Sanshaya has come up, there only the doubt has to be clarified. So unless we are answering ourselves, we are conscious of we become so conscious of our question that we are not able to leave the question sometimes. This should not happen. So that answer should come from within. The outside speaker is just a sadhan, just an instrument to trigger our thoughts inside. Answer we have to discover. Gurudev always used to say that I can give you the answer, but the real answer you have to discover within yourself. So here also he is questioning. He has that question with a sense of faith that whatever is being told, or if the scriptures if they have said this, that they can be equated, I have the faith that this is right. I'm not doubting that the scriptures are telling something false. Scriptures are right only. But how is it possible that I don't understand? That is my incapacity that I am not able to understand. So please make me understand. Katham abhed buddhi syad ubhayo viruddha dharma krantatvat. How can these both be equated? That I don't understand. Then we had seen the 4 Mahavakyas. Anybody has learned them by heart? 4 Mahavakyas I had told you all to learn. If anybody has learned, then I want to hear. I have allowed you to speak. First Mahavakya was what? Prajnanam Brahma. Very good, Shubhashish. Prajnanam Brahma. It was from which Upanishad? It was from Aitreya Upanishad. Aitreya Upanishad, Prajnanam Brahma, and the Ved was Rig Ved. Then second came what? Which one? Aham Brahmasmi, Brihadaranya Upanishad. Brihadaranya is from Yajurved. Then came Tattvamasi, that is from Samaved Chandogya Upanishad. And then the last one was, here we are taking only 4 representing each Vedas. So don't get confused. There are hundreds and thousands of Mahavakyas that I have been repeating again and again. So the last one was from Mandukya. What did it say? I am Atma Brahma. Mandukya belongs to Atharvaved. So these 4 have been told. The 4 Mahavakyas was told. Then Viruddha Dharmakanda. Then the next this thing I don't think we had read. We'll read it. Next paragraph. Iti chet. Iti chet. If I say like that, iti chet. No, it's not like that. Come to the next paragraph. In my book, it is page 89. An inquiry into the statement that thou art. That is the heading in the book. So iti chet na sthula sukshma sharirabhimani tvam pad vacyartha. Tvam pad vacyartha sthula sukshma sharirabhimani. Direct meaning. Upadhi vinirmuktam samadhi dasha sampannam shuddham chaitanyam tvam pad lakshyartha. Evam sarvajñatvadi vishishta ishvarah tat pad vacyartha. Upadhi shunyam shuddha chaitanyam tat pad lakshyartha. Evam cha जीव ईश्वरयोः chaitanya rupena abhede sati padaka bhavah. What is it saying? I'll tell you the word meaning first. Iti chetna, if I say like that, then say no, it's not like that. It's not like that. Sukshma sharirabhimani, you should know the direct meaning and indirect meaning to understand this statement. The teacher is saying that there is something called Vacyartha and there is something called Lakshyartha. The Vacyartha means what? Direct meaning. Direct meaning of something. So Sthula Sukshma Sharirabhimani is the direct meaning of that word. Tat, Tat, Tvam, Asi. So when I'm saying Tvam, so Tvam Pad, it has got the direct meaning. What is the direct meaning? Direct meaning is Sthula Sukshma Sharirabhimani. It is the Abhimani identified with the Sthula Sharir Sukshma. Who are you? I am Ananya Chaitanya. Where do you stay? I stay in Guwahati. Okay. Are you a male or a female? I am a female. So in this way, who is saying this is the Tvam Pad was direct meaning of Tvam Pad. It is the Vacyartha. What is it? But Lakshyartha, who am I? Am I this body? No. No, this we have to prove. This is a Lakshyartha, indirect meaning. What is it? Connoting. What is it? Directing to. That is the indirect meaning, intended meaning. So, Upadhi vinirmuktam. When I am devoid, I am leaving those upadhis. Upadhis, when I'm leaving upadhi definition also we had seen last time. Okay, so you have to remember those definitions. Otherwise, if you keep forgetting, Anyatha Prakasha Rupe Prayojakaha, that was the Upadhi Rup. When some two things, when they come very close to each other, due to that proximity, one gives its characteristics to the other, and the other appears as if something different. That is called Upadhi. So here also this Jeev, when it is dropping its Upadhi vinirmuktam, Samadhi dasha sampannam. In the state of Samadhi, Shuddha Chaitanyam. that Shuddha Chaitanya is the Twampad Vachyartha, is the indirect meaning or the intended meaning of that Twampad. Okay, I'll clarify it more. Evam, next line. Evam Sarvagyatva Adi Vishishta Ishvara Tatpad Vachyartha. What is the direct meaning of Ishwar word? Tat Shabda. Tat Tvam Asi. This statement has got three words. Tat plus Tvam plus Asi. So in the first two lines, the explanation of Twampad Vachyartha and Twampad Lakshat was given. Now, in the third line, it is given the Tadpad Vachyartha and Tadpad Lakshat, the fourth line. And then Evamcha Jivishwara, the last line, fifth line is the Asi Pad. This is the Asi Pad, that is the equating Pad. Both are equal. So, what is it saying? Tatpad Vachyartha was, what is it? Evam Sarvagyatwadi Vishishta Ishwaraha. Whatever are the characteristics of that Ishwar we had seen in the last paragraphs, that he is Nirahankarasya, Sarvagyasya, that one. Who's with the Maya Upadhi, that one. That is called Ishwar. He has got magical powers. He comes, he takes birth. He takes birth to uplift the mankind, to protect the good and to annihilate the bad, to protect the dharma. All these are the characteristics of that Ishwar. He is that Ishwar. This is the direct meaning of that Tatpad. Tatpad. Sarvagyatva Adi Vishishta Ishwara. And Upadhi Shunyam. If we take out that Upadhi, if we take out that, drop that Upadhi of that Ishwar, what is it left? What is it? It is Tatpad Lakshyat, Shuddha Chaitanya. Up also on this, in the second line also, in the Samadhi, that Jeev was Shuddha Chaitanya, Lakshyartha, the intended meaning. And here also, if we take out the Upadhi of that Ishwar, what is left is Shuddha Chaitanya. And this is how we are equating. When we are dropping the upadhis of both from both the sides, then we can equate evam cha jiva ishwarayoho chaitanya rupena shuddha chaitanya rupena. In that nascent form where there is no upadhi, where there is no form, where there is no time, object, space, where there is nothing, no samsar, nothing, Rupena Abhede Sati. We have to add Sati there. Abhede Sati, because Sati Saptami is there. Abhed hone par, aisa hone par. This being so. Abhede Sati. Badhak abhavaha. This being so, the difference does not lie. But with the upadhis, they are different. But without the upadhis, they are the same. So Vachyartha meaning is what? Direct meaning. And Lakshyartha meaning is what? Lakshat means the indicated meaning. Like many times we are also, like we in our colloquial language also, we use these statements. Like I call you up and I ask you, can I talk to you for a minute? After you say, yes, you can talk, Amma. What is the matter? Tell me. And after a minute, you do not tell me, Acha, Amma, 1 minute is over. You only wanted to talk to me for a minute. It's not like that. Because the intended Vachyartha is what? That I want to talk to you for a minute. But Lakshyartha is what? I want to have some of your time. That is the intended meaning. So we use such statements always in our colloquial also. Like he feels that this is his house. He feels that this is his house. So he feels that his house, that means it is not his house actually. So in colloquial also, we tend to use the Lakshyat and Vachyat. Suppose I am saying that he's like a he's like a simha. पुरुषों में सिंह, like in Hindi we say पुरुषों में सिंह है वो, or the iron steel man of India, लोह पुरुष when we call. That does not mean he's the direct meaning is what? Direct meaning is he's made up of steel or iron, or he's not a human being. He's a lion. That is not direct. Indirect meaning is what? indirect meaning is he has that nerve of the steel. He has a determination, the strong power. He's like a lion. He roars and he's able to face all the challenges. The challenges do not tie him down. All these things are the intended. So Lakshyat and Vachyat. Lakshyat means the indirect or the intended meaning, and the Vachyat means the direct meaning. So we should know about this. So when we are taking out the conditionings, then we can equate both of them. This is the thing here. So I want to take your attention to the to the Vedas also. Lakshyat is used as metaphor. It can be used as metaphor. Yes, it can be used as metaphor also. Like when we are comparing, like when we are saying her face is like the moon. That does not mean the moon is there. It means Lakshyat means what? That yes, it is as cool and calming and beautiful like the moon, brilliant as moon, like that. Hmm. So now we come to the Ved. What is that Ved? Because here Mahavakyas are taken from the Vedas, and being Hindus, we should know in detail about our Vedas also. So I want to take your attention to that. So in Hindu Dharma, main scripture is Ved. Okay, and the Ved is not written by anybody. It's not a book that is written like other religions have their manuscripts, other religions have their books like that. Ved is not a book. It is not a book written by a certain person, or it is not signed by a certain person like the other books have been written by somebody. This is not written. You won't find the name of a single rishi in the Vedas. No. And that is why it is called mantra drishta, because as it gets manifested and manifested as per the time. When there is pralay, it gets unmanifested. And again, when there is Srishti Kal, when there is creation, time of creation, these Rishi Munis have the power. They have made their Sukshma Sharir so pure, the antakaran so pure, that they can now see those mantras as I'm looking at you, as you're looking at me. They can hear those mantras as the original sound with the udat and the anudat. They can hear that, and they have noted it down. That is why it is called mantra drishta. So every mantra has got a drishta. Okay, every mantra has got a drishta. Who has brought that out? Gayatri mantra, Valmiki Rishi. All those things have been drishta, have been seen and heard by somebody, and it has been written. It has been manuscripted in the Vedas like that. So it gets manifested and unmanifested as per the time. So one who has complete knowledge of the world alone, from him alone, this Vedas can come. This Vedas cannot come from a person with identification to something small, to identification with one small body. He cannot be the writer or the manifester of this Vedas. So Vedas are illuminated of all the topics. Sarvartha Prakashaka. So all the topics have been dealt in detail in the Vedas. Bhagavad, Puran, Smriti, Nyay, Upanishad, everything, all are based on what? All these Vedas only. So Vedas are our basic scriptures. On that only all the other things are based. If anything is going against the Vedas, we do not accept it. So our main grantha is Veda only. Many people have not seen the Vedas, and it is very, very sad that we being Hindus, we haven't seen the Vedas. Actually, it should be in our home. Actually, it should be in our temple. We also have it in our ashram here, the Vedas. So if you want to see, kindly tell me. So what does it do? Value system we adopted is from Vedas only. All the value system. Yes, good. So all the value system that we have adopted is from the Vedas only. The Shasan, Vidhi, Nished, injunctions, all are told in the Vedas. So principles propounded are from Vedas only. It cannot come from a single person. Or whatever injunctions are there, Matra Devo Bhava, Pitra Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Swadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pramatitavyam. So you should not do pramad. You should not be very lazy in doing your swadhyaya or to do your upasana. Where does it come from? From the Vedas only. How a life should be led. All these value system has been given from the Vedas. So it is the book of injunctions, you can say. Esha Adesha Upadesha. This Adesh is given by the Vedas. So this is completely from the Vedas only. Code of conduct, how a person should behave, rules of Varna, rules of ashram, rules of a person's, the Swadharma, everything has been given from the Vedas only. Okay, so you should make a topic on this Vedas, that whenever somebody is talking about Vedas, I have the full I have at least something I have to tell about the Vedas. Whenever we are asked, somebody asks us about the Vedas, we should know these things. So, adharma and dharma cannot be created by a person. Think logically. Can a person, like we have made our justice, judges, or there are people in the court, they make laws and all. This dharma and adharma, that cannot be made by a person. Why, can you tell me? Because the sharir that we have got is the product of dharma and adharma, papa and punya. We are doing the karma and we are getting the papa and punya. As per that papa and punya, we get this sharir, we get this body. So how can, after getting this body, I create those injunctions? Because I am getting this body as per some injunctions only. So injunctions were earlier or my body came earlier? If I am saying that some person has made these injunctions, dharma and adharma, that means what? That person was already there. But how can that person be there if there was no injunction? How did he get the body? My question is this. So this, I hope you understood. If you did not understand, please raise your hand. I'll explain it again. Do you understand this? Okay, I take it that everybody understood. So if there is some person who is making these injunctions, he should be the injunctions, the body has been got. That means what? The injunctions were already made. Then how he is making the injunctions? Dharma and adharma is already there, because the body has come from, is a product of the dharma and adharma only. Okay, so that is why this cannot be made by, and if it is made, any grantha, any book, any injunction, law, anything, if it is made, it has got four defects. Who will tell me the four defects? Four defects. Anything, if it is man-made, anything that is human-made, then it will have four defects. What are those defects?
Karna pato.
Karna pato, very good. Karna pato. Good, Meenakshi ji. Then fast. Karna pato, pramad, bhram, and vipralipsa. Pramad, karna pato, bhram, and vipralipsa. Okay, so pramad, we take the first one. What is it? Pramad. So pramad means what? Pramad means that we are having some forgetfulness. We will naturally forget something, forget some topic, inadvertence is there. We may miss out something due to something. Okay, so this is called pramad. So swadharma is different than that. We are forgetting something. It should not be. If somebody is writing something, he may forget something. This is pramad. Karna pato. Karna pato means what? Karna apatuta is there. Karan means what? The instruments, not this ear. All the instruments, the eyes, the nose, the five panchagyanendriya. Panchagyanendriya have their karna apatuta. So Karan apatuta. Karna means karana. It is not karna. It is karana patav. Ra is full. Karana patav. So karana apatuta means that there is a certain curtain on the intelligence, on the mind, that it cannot decipher many things. It cannot think about many things. So that is why it has got its own limitations in thinking also, understanding also. We cannot see beyond a point. Even the animals that can see, we cannot see. The eagle is up above the sky, but he can see minutely all the differences down. The dog can hear so many sounds, we cannot hear. So there are many things that we do not know. This body is not capable of. This is karna apatuta. Third is vipralipsa. Vipralipsa. I may put some of my own points. I may vipralipsa, visheshena prakarshena lipsa. I may be having attachment to some point, my notion, to some notion. I may feel that everybody should do the Nirakar Upasana only, and Sakar Upasana is not required for everybody. Because ultimately everybody should know the Swarup of that Lord. So no requirement of this Upasana, outside Upasana. Sakar Upasana is not required. So I will just remove it. This is called Vipralipsa. Visheshena Prakarshena Lipsa. This is not there. Anything, whatever is man-made will have this. Then last one is what? Brahma. Brahma. That I may be deluded by some person, I may be deluded by some topic. Like I feel that whoever does not have Krishna Bhakti, they all go to hell. They won't have a proper, they won't have a good living. They'll be sad, or after birth they will be in narak for a long time. Brahm, this is my delusion. I may be deluded by some person, topic, some anything. So these four things, to remove these four things only, the Ved, Bhagavan said that this Ved, I am only coming in the form of this Ved. The Ved manifests and unmanifests. It is not made by anybody. Because if anything is man-made, these four defects will be there with it. Brahm, Pramad, Vipralipsa, and Karnapatu. You have to remember these things. Okay. Now, another point is what? We get fruit of action. We get fruits of action. We get fruits of action as per dharma and adharma. That is already made. If dharma, that I already explained to you. If dharma came afterwards, then how come this body has been made? How come we get this body? So getting body indicates that dharma and adharma pre-existed. It existed already. It is not made later on by this body, sometimes later by some person. It already existed. So two portions are there. Vipralipsa is not clear. Visheshena prakarshena lipsa. I am attached to some notion. Lipsa means I'm identified or attached. So I'm attached to some notion. Vipra does not mean Brahman. Okay. V means Visheshena. Pra means Prakarshena. Lipsa means I am attached to something. I put my own point. I feel this is right and this is not right. I feel that in Shraddha, see, these things are there in the society wherever you go. I have seen people giving a lot of non-vegetarian food in Shraddha. This is not written in our Bhagavad. It is not written in the Vedas. In Shraddha, there should be no Amish. Clearly, it is written. But this is Vipralipsa, Visheshena Prakarshena Lipsa. I put my point and I say this is the trend. Everybody should be fed non-veg food during Shraddha. Everybody should do this. Everybody should not participate in Sakar Upasana. I don't agree to Sakar Upasana. Nobody should and do Sakar Upasana. All these things should be removed. All this is Vipralipsa. Visheshena Prakarshena Lipsa. So what is our main grantha? Our main grantha is Veda only. And in Veda, we follow the Vedas. Whatever injunctions are in Vedas, we follow it blindly. Because it is not man-made. It is Bhagwan only. I hope you understood, Shubhashish. Understood? Okay. So in Dharma, now in Vedas have two portions, Dharma Shastra and Gyan Shastra. So Dharma Shastra is related with the karma and Gyan Shastra is related with the moksha, the liberation. So these are the two portions of the Vedas. First is Gyan Shastra and the other one is Dharma Shastra. So in Dharma Shastra, what is it said? I'm giving you a very small gist. In Dharma Shastra, the Swadharma is told, the Samanya Dharma is told. Okay, Swadharma, what is my dharma? Individual dharma is told. In Samanya Dharma, how irrespective of kal, space, time, object, nation, all these things, body. What is my dharma? That everybody should follow truth. Everybody should follow non-violence. Everybody should follow aparigraha, non-stealing also, asteyam, aparigraham. Everybody should follow sacrifice. I mean, yagya spirit, that we are sharing everything. Like the Prakriti is sharing with us. I am also sharing whatever I have. I'm not keeping it to myself only. These are Samanya Dharma. So in Dharma Shastra, Samanya Dharma is told, Swadharma is told. Swadharma is dependent on my own vasanas, my own past, my own birth, all these things. Okay, so Dharma Shastra is told and Jnana Shastra. Shastra means what? Shansana Shastra, that what's the truth is told in that. Shansana Shastra, what makes, what rules us. That is called Shansana Shastra. What is the Shastra? Shansana Shastra. So around 1 lakh riches are there for only Karma Kand only. So it's vast, very vast. So we need to know. This is like Purush Sukta. Comes in Mantra Bhag. Purush Sukta comes in Mantra Bhag. So who will tell us the truth? Ignorance, if the Vedas were not there, now come to Gyan Kand. If Vedas were not there, then who will tell the truth? We haven't seen Atma, we haven't seen heaven, we haven't seen Narak, we haven't seen Pitralok, like now Shraddha Paksha is going on. We don't know that they really exist, or they come to us to bless us or curse us. When we give the pind or when we do the Shraddha, they take it. We do not know, we haven't seen. We have seen the crows come and take the bite, take the food, eat the food. But that's not a proof that it really goes to that pitar. From where will we know? What is the proof? Vedas are the proof. Atindriya Shastra, Veda eva pramanaha. For the Atindriya Shastra, for the Atindriya Vishayaha, Veda eva pramana. Who will see? Who has told Atma? Is it possible to know, realize the self? Yes, it is possible. Who says that? Veda says that. In the Vedas it is said that Atma exists. Only Sat exists. Who says that we will go to Narak if we are not following Dharma? Vedas say that. Vedas are the proof. Who says that you'll go to Swargalok if you do good actions? Vedas say that. Who says that there are different lokas as per our upasanas? Vaikuntha, Saket, different lokas are there. Gandharva Lok is there. Many lokas are there as per our wish, as per our desires. There are so many lokas as per our impressions. Otherwise, if impression is there and expression is not there outside, then the system is not right. There's a flaw in the system. If there is I have some vritti in myself, like I want to eat a lot, suppose. I have that demand that whenever I wish, I'm eating. But if that my desire is not, because this desire cannot be fulfilled here in this body. Hardly I eat for 5 minutes and 10 minutes and my stomach gets full. But I want to eat a lot and enjoy also. So for that, a special lok, a special body, if it is not given, if expression is not there, inside my impression is there, but outside if expression is not there, then somewhere or the other, the system does not, the system is not perfect. It has got some imperfection. So that is why whatever impression is there in us, there has to be a lok simultaneously to fulfill that expression outside. A person is very good looking. Okay. Suppose a person has got the vritti that I want to be a very good singer, I want to be a very good dancer, I want to be a very good looking person, and I want to have such a body that I don't get tired. After a little bit of singing only, I get tired. My voice, if I drink cold water, my voice goes off. I don't want this. So simultaneously, there is a lok called Gandharva Lok, where continuously music is going on. People are very good looking there. All these are the lokas where impression is there inside and you get a particular expression outside also simultaneously. These are the things. So that is why it is said that all the great singers, the musicians, the actors, they come from the Gandharva Lok. They have come from there. Whatever punya or pap was remaining after being there, whatever was remaining, they come and exhaust it here. Okay, so in this way, if we say that there is something, what we haven't seen it with our eyes, what is the proof? The Vedas are the proof. So unless there is something, some book or somebody who will take away my ignorance, who will say that this again, due to your ignorance only, you have been an attached person. If you remove this ignorance, that ignorance will go away and you will be established in your knowledge, in yourself only. Who is telling us this? The Vedas tell us. This is called the Gyan portion. That it will say, yes, your Swarup is Atma Swarup only. The Gyan that is there, you all have everything in yourself. Your Swarup is that absolute nature is yourself. Satchidananda Swarup is yourself. Okay. So if system of God does not tell us this, then again the system is not perfect. Who will tell us? Okay. So this has been told in the Vedas. So Vedas has started means knowledge has started. If Vedas started at some point of time means the knowledge started. So before that knowledge, that means there was no dharma and adharma. This is not possible. So Vedas did not start at a point of time. Anadi, that is why it is said Anadi. Vedas wasn't before, they are apaurushaya. Okay, Vedas, that there was not a point of time when Vedas was not there. Anadi. And there won't be a time when Vedas won't be there. Yes, manifest and unmanifest, it will come and go, come and go. But it is always there. Like now also, in Kali Yuga also, many of the richas, many of the mantras, many of the shrutis are lost. Even when we read Bhashyakar's Bhashya, many of the sentences that he writes, shrutis that he quotes small phrases. He will quote 2-3 sentences like that. But many times we do not find reference from where he has taken it because it is lost. That does not mean it is destroyed. This lost means it's gone into unmanifest. Again, some Rishi Munil come. he will manifest it. So Upanishads are talking the same truth, same one truth only. So interesting is to notice how they're going to come to that conclusion, that Krama, how they form. That is very interesting. And for that only these Mahavakyas help us. These Mahavakyas means what? They are the Vedanta means what? Vedanta means Ved plus Anta. Anta means what? The last, whatever is the result, the last result, what you want. The last result of that, the essence of that Veda is the Vedanta. The Upanishad, the Vedanta is the last result, what we want. The Paripakva fruit, the ras of the whole Ved is that Upanishad, the Vedanta. Vedas has got everything, all the topics it has dealt in. It says you should marry also. It says that the child should be going to the Gurukul at the age of 8 or 9. It has got the Upnayan Sanskar age also as per the Varna and Ashram, different. It also says that you should eat ghee also. It says that you should eat ghee also. So points are from the Vedas only. The Smriti now elaborates. The Smriti elaborates. In Manusmriti, it is said that after puberty, for 2 years, the father should go and search the groom for his daughter. After 2 years of puberty, till 2 years old, the father should search a groom. But if he fails, then the girl is free to find her own groom. This is the case. It has been told there in Manusmriti. So whatever are the injunctions of the Vedas, that is explained more in the Smritis and all. So these are said from the marriage, mantra, when the Saptapadi, all has been told there in the Vedas. It is a big topic. So, Antyeshti system, how do we do the Antim Sanskar? Everything has been told in detail. It is given in detail in Vedas. So Vedas is not a very small topic. So what is the last point to say? Vedanam Saraha Idi Vedanta. So what is the Sar of that Veda? That is called the Vedanta. Okay. So now, Evam cha Vedanta Vakya. Now I wanted to describe the Lakshyat and Vachyat also, but today time is over. Tomorrow I'll explain this a little bit more, and then we will go to the next topic. Evam cha Vedanta Vakya Sadguru Upadeshena cha Sarveshu Api Bhuteshu Esham Brahma Buddhirutpanna Te Jivan Mukta Ityartha. Who's the man of realization? We'll go to the next topic tomorrow. Okay, it is coming to an end. So we'll have 4-5 more classes and it will end. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.